Hi, I'm Steve Cooper, and I just wanted to pose the question in this video: should effective delegation scare you to death? The reason this has cropped up as a topic in my head anyway recently is some of the speculation around the Prime Minister when he was ill, and the media speculation wanted to know who has authority now, who has he given this authority to, who has he delegated his responsibilities to, and what is it that he's delegated. And it just started me off with the thought around the fact that just how important delegation is for a team leader, a middle manager, or a prime minister in getting things done. So delegation is when you entrust a task or a responsibility to somebody, typically less senior to you, and it's a really important function of a leadership role. Now, I've never forgotten a response from a superintendent a few years back who was asked, your job description is so broad, so wide, how do you actually get everything done? How do you squeeze everything into your job and cover it all and mitigate the risks that go with that? And I'll never forget the response, because the response was, I delegate to the point it scares me to death. And that's always stuck with me, because sergeants and inspectors are expected to get things done through other people. You cannot possibly do all your work yourself, so you do have to delegate it and give other pieces of work to other people. Now, it might be that as a sergeant you choose to do that to get things work, so as a sergeant you're allocating work on a day-to-day basis. As an inspector you're delegating work over a longer period of time. You may be looking at monitoring the progress and the quality of that work that you've delegated, checking in with milestones and reviews. So looking in the longer term about making sure that pieces of work that are delegated get done. But if you were to be asked a question on a promotion board, so something like, how will you develop your team members? That might be one of the aspects that you choose to kind of put forward as evidence, that you delegate work through people to get things done. So whether you're evidencing deliver, support and inspire, we take ownership, or we're collaborative, you can align some of your evidence around how you delegate other people. So when you delegate work to people, you allow them to run with the ball, to make mistakes, to learn, to grow, to develop, to acquire particular skills. But there are a couple of points you should always remember with delegation, just as a reminder for those of you, because I don't want to teach anybody to suck eggs in all of these, but when you delegate, just a reminder, you only ever delegate your authority. You never delegate responsibility. You hold the accountability at all times. When you delegate, you should always provide the resources to get the job done. Don't give somebody work to get the job done if you're not going to give them the resources to get it done. So whether that's time, money, people, equipment, give them the resources, make sure it's some of the support they've got. And then also being accessible, remain accessible to them. You can't just cut yourself off and turn and get on with the rest of your work. They have to have some agreed mechanism to come back to you and for you to be available to them. So remain accessible. So, should you delegate to the point it scares you to death? Well, I think if you can't contain control, if you can't maintain control, and you can't sustain that, or it's a bridge too far for you, then perhaps not. But if it's a way of getting a lot of your work done, developing and helping other people to learn and grow on the job, and to acquire the skills that they need to move on in their careers, or just to get work done on a day-to-day basis, and you can mitigate the risks that go with that, and you're comfortable with it, because delegation is a skill, and like anything else it can be developed, then perhaps it's a decision for you. You decide whether to do it. And then I would just say, finally, just think about the competency that skill or your evidence or example around delegation just links to. So it might link to, as I've said earlier on, deliver, support, inspire under the competency and values framework, take ownership, we are collaborative, or under the policing professional framework, working together as a team. It might be a leadership. These are all leadership skills. So just have a think about that, because it's no point thinking about it on its own as a piece of evidence. It has to align to the competency framework by which you're going to be assessed on a promotion panel or on a promotion process. That's it really. I just wanted to kind of raise that and to get you to think about it. I will be doing some more of these videos from time to time because I'm sat at home like you, and I'm looking forward to sharing some food for thought. So if you like this, follow me or subscribe on YouTube or on Facebook, Twitter, all at Rank Success. I look forward to tuning in next time. Thank you.